Let us do Prarthana and start the session. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Mannado Sri Jagannatha Madguru Sri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. The only Guru of three religions, Traitatheeram originator, sensational writer, Emperor of spiritual kingdom, Hindu virtue donor, Sri 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 Acharya Prabodhananda Yogeshwara. We are learning Traitatheeram Bhagavad Gita. We are learning Vignana Yogam chapter. Last week we learned from 6th Shlokam to 10th Shlokam. Let us see what we learned last week. What God is saying over here in 6th Shlokam is, so the base for all the creatures for their birth, that we call it as a yoni. So, and the here what he said is the Prakriti is like a yoni, that is where the creatures born, and he is the one who is the reason for their birth or generation. And also he is saying that, so he is going to he is also a reason for the total destruction as well. So we learned that so God has created a mechanism as a Prakriti, and Prakriti, in the Prakriti everybody is taking birth. So every creature is getting generated, operated and destroyed. Three things are happening right in the nature itself. So on a particular moment God also can do, like he can encourage the nature to destroy all the creatures. So finally the Paramatma, the absolute soul, can destroy even nature also. Then he said that in this world, in this universe, so there is nothing matchable to him, and he is the greatest of all, supermost of everything. So he is like a thread inside the flowers garland. How thread is not visible. So the thread is covered by the flowers in the garland, right? So in the similar way, the Paramatma is covered by his creation. So he is the base. He is the base, and for everything. So and he said that he is being a conscious in our heart, that means in the brain itself, and he is the main base for the souls in every creatures itself, and every mortal soul is related to the immortal soul, right? All the immortal souls in all the creatures are related to the Paramatma itself. So he is the main root principle to all the creatures itself. And he is like, so he is making all the creatures play in order to make them drive. He created immortal soul. Immortal souls are driving all the mortal souls. But behind the scenes, who is the main root cause, is only the Paramatma itself. So the Paramatma, the absolute soul, is the taste inside the water, and he is the main reason for the brightness of sun and moon. He he is the Om sound in the Vedas, and he is the sound in the space. So he is uh, we came to know he is also a Paurusham inside all the male. So and also he said that the smell odor which is coming out of the soil is that, and he is the sparkleness or glitterness or brightness of the fire, and he is the life inside all the creatures, and he is the tapas for the people who are doing the penance. So they are doing penance for with an objective of achieving something, right? So uh, that penance itself is Paramatma only. And he said that he is the seed for all the creatures to get the birth, and the intelligence inside the intelligent people, and he is the brightness of the brightness uh, of the things which are which look bright, right? That brightness himself is Paramatma. So here there are three types of uh, creatures are getting, in three ways the creatures are taking birth. So one is through egg, another one is from the body itself, another one is from seed. So in order to take birth there should be a the seed power. Without seed power nothing is going to happen. So if egg has to fertilize itself, so fertility to happen, fertility in the egg, so there should be a seed power in that, then only it can turn into the chicken, right? So the similarly, um, if there is no the sperm power, if there is no power inside the sperm, then it cannot turn into the fetus inside the body. So fertilization does not happen inside the body itself. So like that the seeds also, if they don't have the generation power in that, the bija shakti, then it cannot turn into the it cannot sprout at all. So all the power that is coming from the Paramatma itself, the absolute soul. And if you take the power, whatever the forms it may get, and whatever that work you get out of that power, like there is a electric power, you can, that electric power can turn into light and hot heat from that. It can when you supply that to the radio, you can listen to the radio, the songs and any programs. So if you supply that power to the fan will be rotating. So that's why, so in various with the same power we get various types of tasks, various number of tasks. So that power is itself Paramatma. So that is why he said Bijam Mam Sarva Bhutanam. He is spread in everywhere. He is the main reason for all of them to take birth. So he's the main reason behind that. So if somebody is showing some skillness, maybe a memory power, intelligence, so or skill in the games, sports, so many things, even politics or anything, you take it. So in education and all the research, everything. So that skill, the speciality is of Paramatma only. And also we came to know that Paramatma, sometimes he is called he, sometimes we call it as it. So since power, it's a power. Paramatma himself is a power. Mm, That power, you cannot describe it. Either it is a male, it is a uh, like he or it, he or she, you cannot say. So it's not male or it's not female at all. So that's why According to the context, we speak about that. Mm. Mm. So let us learn from 11th Slokam onwards. बलं बलवतां चाहं कामरागविवर्जितं धर्माविरुद्धो भूतेषु कामोऽस्मि भरतर्षभ. What he is saying, so the energetic, he is saying that he is the energy inside the energetic people who could able to, who are going to eliminate the desire and love, he is saying. And also he is saying he is the desire in the people who are walking against the dharmas. He said two things over here. Some people wrote this meaning in different way, but here Swami provided us with clear and with a clear meaning. So without any mistake over here, we came to know that conquering emotions is like a war. It's like a battle. So in order to conquer the battle, we need the energy to continue. We need the energy. So here in this slokam, he said about the 6 bad gunas and 6 good gunas. So if somebody wants to go beyond them, 12 gunas, he must have interest. He must have interest on the wisdom. So that interest should have much power, should have very good power. Here the body power is not needed at all. Body power comes from the food. We are not talking about that. Here we are talking about the gunas or emotions which are inside our head portion. So if you have strong interest, very strong interest, very powerful interest, then only you can conquer the gunas very soon. So whoever is having that interest power in them, that power is given by Paramatma. That power is itself Paramatma. That's what he is saying, that because he is spread whole body, he is spread inside the emotions and everything, right? That is why he is providing that force, he himself that force. So that is a good thing, good task. So we should not think that Paramatma means only related to good. It's not like that. He is good as well as bad, everything. He is there in good and bad all. So in this slokam he said in the second part, dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi. That means the people who would like to walk against the dharmas, so they will have desire to walk against, right? That desire itself Paramatma. Paramatma is saying that desire is also Paramatma. So some people wrote this one as there is something else, the desire, something else desire is there. So that might be against the dharmas. It's not true. So desire means it's emotion. So that emotion is emotion itself. There are no special emotions like that. So here what he is saying, so the people who are walking against dharmas, so the desire, because of the desire they have, that desire will make them walk against dharmas. That desire itself, Paramatma, he said. Let us see 12th slokam. ये चैव सात्विका भावा राजसा तामसा च ये मत्त ये वेति तान् विद्धि न त्वहं तेषु ते मयि. He is saying that tamasa, rajasa, satvika, the emotions, the emotions are created by Paramatma. They are within me, but I am not in them. He is saying over here. Here we see there are three realms. There are three realms, right? Each realm which will have the experience. That is why they are called lokas. Three lokas are tamasa, rajasa, satvika. These are the three lokas. They are generated from nature, and nature is created by God Himself. So the root for the gunas generation is Paramatma only. So that is why Paramatma is saying that these three lokas are generated from me, he said. So he is the base for them. He is the root for them, or base or cause for them. So that is why the gunas are based from the Paramatma, but Paramatma is not based out of gunas. Okay. So though the Satvika, Rajasa, Tamasa emotions, the emotions, dispositions are part of Prakriti, but the root for them is Paramatma only. After that, let us see 13th Shlokam. त्रिभिर्गुणमयैर्भावैरेवि सर्वमिदं जगत् मोहितं नाभिजानाति मामेव्य परमव्ययम्. So this entire world is filled with satvika, tamasa, rajasa emotions, and with their effect, so all the creatures are attached to them. Because of that, they are not knowing me as undestroyable liberation. Undestroyable liberation. So all the creatures in this world, their conduct is based on the three gunas itself, three dispositions: tamasa, rajasa, satvika. So because of their effect, entire world is going on, moving, right? These gunas are generated out of the nature itself, and every human being is involved in that. He is attached to that completely. They are thinking, they are doing all the tasks related to nature only. So the effect of gunas are on every creature. That is why they are not able to recognize the God who takes the human form is called Bhagavan, or they are not able to recognize Paramatma, absolute soul, that he exists. This is how. So the emotions are like a wall between the human being and the God, or creature and the God. So if he crosses the wall of gunas, then he can reach Paramatma. So that is why the emotions are like a barrier, like a wall, where the creature is not able to cross that one. So that is why he is not able to uh, recognize the God. So if you have any questions, you can ask. If not, let's move on to the 14th Shlokam. It's a very bigger one. Daivi hesha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya mameva ye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. The maya, which is created by the which contains the gunas, that is created by the God. So God has created the Maya. That Maya nobody cannot overcross. Nobody cannot cross the Maya. If someone surrenders to the God, they can easily cross the Maya. That's what the meaning of the Slokam. So this Slokam explains much more about how Maya and how Paramatma and all those things. Let's move on to learn. So we know that the Adikarta, that means high command, who is the one who created initially entire world, is Paramatma, and he is the high command. He is the high command. And he created everything, and he created a system. That system will follow what Paramatma says. That means he created very long back in the beginning itself. He created the system. That system he has created, that system is following all the instructions specified by the Paramatma himself. So everything should follow. Everything should follow means the system should follow all the instructions of Paramatma. He is the one who created entire world and he is the high command of all. But after creating the system, he is not involving in any task. He has no relationship with anything. And he made that system in such a way that so whatever the instructions he provided, whatever the way he provided, that way that system should run continuously. So entire world is under that system itself. According to that system, everything should follow. That's what. But Paramatma is not doing anything. The Absolute Soul is not doing anything. He is not playing that system. He is not playing that system. But he is the main reason for establishment of the system. So that is the special system he has established, the special mechanism. So that special mechanism is called Maya in our Telugu language. There are other names also for Maya. So the Jesus Christ, he mentioned that as Satan. Christians speak it as Satan. Muslims speak it as Satan. They say it is Satan. So in this Slokam also God said, Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya. That means God himself created the Maya. So that and also he provided the instructions to Maya. So Maya will follow all the orders of the Paramatma and it will continue doing its task. So that's why everything is under control of Maya in this world. All the creatures who born in the nature, everything is under control of Maya. So which will not come under control of Maya is only Paramatma, Absolute Soul, because Paramatma only created the Maya. So Maya has all the powers. That's why it is running the entire system. This whole world it is running. It's under its clutches. Everything is there. So if somebody wants to walk against the Maya, so Maya will not let him do that. It will pull it towards it. It will make it deviate from there and come back into the Maya itself. If somebody wants to escape from birth and death and they wants to get liberation, so then they cannot easily do that. Maya does not let them do that. So if somebody wants to walk towards the liberation, then they will automatically become enemies to Maya. So the people who wants to get liberation, they will become against Maya. So Maya will see them as her enemies itself. But Maya cannot do anything to the Paramatma. He is the high command to all, even to the Maya also. If Maya wants to do somebody, it can do anything. If somebody wants to walk towards uh, liberation, Maya can do something and let him go away from the path itself. That it can do. So that is why God said in this slokam that Mama Maya Duratya. That means you cannot cross over the Maya. It's very hard. It's impossible to cross over Maya. So in that case, there will be a question that if if that is the case, so nobody cannot get liberation, right? If Maya is very strong, it is not letting anybody go towards the God. It's pulling back and it's deviating that their path. That is the question people ask. So how do we get the liberation? So God said that Mameva ye prapadyante. That means whoever wants to get liberation, first they have to surrender to the God, surrender to Paramatma Absolute Soul. If they surrender to Him, then Paramatma gives an order to Maya, hey, let him, leave him. Then Maya will not become enemy to the person who is trying to get liberation. Then he can easily go towards the God's path. But here, some people may think that we must know the wisdom first, the Paramatma wisdom, the Absolute Soul wisdom, and we must know that. So, if this is if this is the wisdom which is related to the Paramatma, that should be known first. If if it is known first, then only we can try, right? That's what uh, some people may think that. So, for that purpose, God also created a special mechanism. That mechanism is teaching dharmas or wisdom. So, whoever can learn the wisdom taught by Paramatma, so with that, even though there are obstacles which are created by Maya, he can easily cross over those obstacles and he can reach the Paramatma. So, in order to do that, the person who wants to get liberation should know that, oh, this is actual dharma which can make me merge with God. That he should know, right? So, that is why God also created, first God created Maya, and also God created the mechanism, so the uh, which is teaching the dharmas. So those dharmas will actually make him get liberated. So these are the two things. One is dharmas, another one is adharmas or Maya, wisdom of Maya, we can say. So these are one is opposite to another one, but every creature is within the Maya itself. So because of that, all of the activities, tasks, everything, whatever is performed by the creatures are because of the gunas that is happening, and they are because of the effect of Maya, with the influence of Maya, they are not coming out of that and they are not getting merged with the Paramatma. And also God created the creatures three types. So one type will grow towards the sky, another the second type is horizontally growing, third type is growing downwards towards the ground. So the first type, which one is growing towards the sky vertically upward, um, so they will have very less karma. So the plants we can see, right, plants and trees, they have very less karma. The second type, which are growing horizontally, they will have little bit more karma than the first type. The third type, which is growing down towards the ground, uh, upside down, we can say upside down, they are earning much more karma. So in Ashwatha Vruksham also is there, right? That is upside down. So our root is inside our head. We are growing down towards the ground. So in the first type, the example of first type are like the um, plants, the plants, trees, all those. Their their soul, the placement of soul is in the ground. From there they are growing upward. The second type are borning out of the eggs and also from the body. Those are like animals and the insects, birds, fishes, snakes, all those. So they are growing horizontally, they grow horizontally. So their soul placement is from their head, they are, it is side by side, it's growing side by side. So then the third type, which are born out of the body itself, that is the human race, we can say human race. So its soul is inside the head and they are growing down towards the ground. So that's why these creatures, the human beings, in their head, the intellect, chittam, ego and mind, they are very active in them. So they are called internal organs. So the influence of gunas is high, very high in them. That is why God also said here, Gunamayi Mama Maya. So these human beings are not learning the wisdom. And the influence of gunas or emotions is much more inside the human beings. So that is why the highest force for Maya is there uh, in the human beings only. So God created Maya and also God taught dharmas. With these dharmas, God said that with these dharmas you can get liberation. But because of the high influence of Maya inside all the human beings, so everybody is pulled towards the Maya itself. So, there is a Maya wisdom, there is a God's wisdom. And Maya wisdom, many people will be pulled towards the Maya wisdom. And the Maya wisdom will look like divine wisdom, but it's not uh, divine wisdom. So, with that wisdom, with that Maya wisdom, Maya is pulling all the human beings towards that. And the Maya, the power of Maya in the world is 1,000 times compared to the actual divine wisdom. So that's what God initially created and provided that power to Maya. So God also said in the Gita that among 1,000 people, one person will try to get the liberation. Among those kind of thousands of people, one person very rarely is going to get the liberation. So that means you understand how much influence Maya shows on human beings. Let us stop the session here. So this Shlokamu, the description of this Shlokam is very long. So we cannot complete today itself. Let us continue it on the next week. We'll finish that in the next week. Okay. Let us do Prardhana and end the session. Mangala Prardhana and end the session. Om Mangalam Gurudevaya Mahaniya Prabodhatmane Sarvaloka Sharanyaya Sadhurupaya Mangalam. Prabodharpanam to everyone.